the family that you grew up with knows you the least in your life.
Hey people, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and I hope we are all doing fine. How well do your family and friends know you? Most of the times, our close by people knows the least about us, and they don't even want to make a great effort to know us. So I will play a clip of our today's conversation as well as the stitches from different people. At the end of the stitches, I will leave my own comment, so please don't go away.
Is it not the craziest thing ever that the family that you grew up with knows you the least in your life? Like the family that you were born into, most likely for majority of people, or at least I'm speaking for myself, knows you the least. And they are the people that think they know you the most. Like they'll be saying shit and I was like, I mean, yeah, maybe when I was 12, but like I'm fucking 22. Like what are you talking about right now? The family that you grew up with knows you the least in your life.
Nah, this is a definite factor because a lot of times when you go around family after you grew up and you changed, they're still in the place that you were at 10 to 15 years ago. So they still talk about the negativity and things that you did back then. When realistically, if I met the person who I was 10 to 15 years ago, I wouldn't hang around them now because I've elevated. But you can't change people. All you could do is just basically separate from them. It is what it is.
The family that you grew up with knows you the least in your life.
I rather feel like the black sheep of my family than constantly feeling like an outsider when I'm around them. They only know the old version of me, the one that craved love, support, and validation. The new me, shaped by inner growth and self-discovery, is a stranger to them. In the past, my mental health suffered, which led to bouts of depression and projecting my insecurities onto others. But now I'm more self-aware and mindful of how I influence those around me. Sometimes personal growth means outgrowing the family that you grew up with. While I yearn for that sense of unity, I've come to accept that not everyone is meant to evolve with me. Instead of seeking validation from those who may not have my best interests at heart, I choose to prioritize myself and my own well-being.
The family that you grew up with knows you the least in your life. Like,
It's actually not far-fetched like that because of the fact that of the matter is that people think they know you, but they don't know you because why? You're living completely different life. You're doing things different. You're going in different directions. Don't like the same things you didn't like when you were a kid. I have a cousin that think I'm a stand-up comedian. I don't know how the hell he came to that conclusion, but hey, I let him believe that. There's some things you just don't even waste your breath and time. You just like, all right, it is what it is. Because people are going to have a different perspective or perception of you when it comes to your family. Now, the people who end up being in your life long term is your chosen family. They ride harder than your family. Sometimes you like, damn, how come we were never family? Now, it's the sad truth, but that's just how it is happen naturally. My mom thinks she knows, but she really don't know. And by the time she get used to the version that she has currently known, I'm already evolved into some other version of myself. And it's just like, damn, when did you start doing all that? And it just be like that. You just don't know who you think you know. When you know, but you don't know. Why? Because you don't take the time. People don't take time to get to know their family members. Like, people think just because we're around each other, it's all good. No, you don't know what I like. You don't know what I do. You don't even know if I even like the same colors. What up with that? And these are all things that just happens to be in part of life. So it's not far-fetched. And she is not lying.
the family that you grew up with knows you the least in your life.
You know what's crazier than that? When you realize what age they mentally left you at. And you realize there's nothing that you can do, nothing that you can say, no matter how much you grow, they will never let you grow past that limit. Now that's crazy.
Is it not the craziest thing ever that the family that you grew up with knows you?
Who cares? But anyways, I feel like my family didn't know me enough to think that I would never buy a dress like this. So yeah, I guess we can really care. But I got this dress from TikTok, and I just feel real free in this dress. Like, I feel like I'm supposed to be on one of them Hollister music videos where they be like dancing around and like doing all this stuff. Like, you know, like just like I feel like I'm like on one of them like little commercials in front of Hollister. Like, I really feel like I'm that girl. But really, this dress came from TikTok. Super cute. Super cute. Like, I feel like a housewife. Like, I feel like that girl. And it's very modest, especially for the modest girlies that want something cute. Like, super comfortable. Very loose. Everybody down here can breathe. Okay. Very comfortable. Yeah, I like it. I would definitely get more.
Is it not the craziest thing ever that the family that you grew up with knows you the?
That's true. But in the same sense, I really don't care if nobody knows me, because even if they did know me, they wouldn't understand who I am as a person. Like, I am this open book, and like when I feel like I'm comfortable around people, I get to show I get to show who I am without having to, hold it back from people. But it is what it is, because my family always looked at me as a child. Even though I have kids, they still look at me as a child, and they still try to treat me as a child. And I think that's why I don't affiliate myself with them, because they still treat me like a child. I'm not a child. I am 29. I'm about to be 30. I am about to be 30. I am about to be 30. And I am raising 2 kids on my own. If that don't scream some type of adult shit, I don't know what do.
Ever that the family that you grew up with knows you the least in your life.
You know what gets me when it comes to this topic is that for some parents and family members, you as a person have not progressed as an adult until you get married and have kids. And this can be very tricky for those of us who haven't, because we are perpetually stuck in this phase of not being an adult in their minds. That's their perception of us. And specifically in your 20s, you are, like, for me at least, I was dying for that kind of, like, you're an adult now. We respect you for that. And sometimes you will never get that. That will never happen for you. But I'll just say, when we were younger, sitting at the kids' table, we'd always say the only way to get out of the kids' table is to have kids and get married. And I have cousins with kids now, and they're right back at the kids' table.
Well, kindly share in the comment section below your opinion or your experience. It's very common that family knows a vision of you that is odd. It's so frustrating, and they claim they know you and that they would be the odd version of you, and constantly brings up how you were in the past. Mostly, they only know your habits and not your growth. It's so sad that they don't want to get to know you. It's so unfortunate people who need to know you only know your habits and behaviors, but not your interest. What they don't want to learn is that a person can change habits and behaviors. They need to make a great effort to know the now adult of someone. People are becoming a different version of themselves. It's still them, but better version of themselves, and that's a hard pill to swallow for the people around them. It's a hard pill for the family members to accept that you are no longer that vision in their head, and that's what they should know. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for being part of this conversation. Please kindly subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification so that you'll be notified every time I upload the video. And please share, like, comment. See you in the next video. Stay safe.